when it's actually live.
All right, come on, give it up for Kevin Walker and what he said. Yeah. Y'all host tonight, give it up for Kevin Walker.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to What He Said with Kevin Walker. Of course, I am Kevin Walker. As you can see to my right, I think it's your left on camera, is my main nigga behind the trigger, T-Money Terry O'Neal. What's up, T? Hey. We got some good topics tonight. This is our very first live podcast. Excuse us for being a little behind. Of course, when you're trying to do something live and do something different, when you're trying to make a difference, when you always are available to give people the best of what you've got to offer, the devil gonna always be busy. But one thing he can't do is stop what God put in place. So I want to thank everybody, of course, that's here tonight with us at Vibes Lounge. If you want to come out, come on out. We're going to be here for at least the next hour and a half to 2 hours at Vibe Lounge, 12805 Cullen Boulevard. That's 12805 Cullen Boulevard. Come on out. Come join us. We got free drinks all night long. You don't have to drink alcohol. You don't have to drink alcohol. We got plenty of water, plenty of soda. You can get a Sprite. You can get a Coke. You can get a Coke Zero. You can get a Dr. Pepper. We got all of them tonight. If you want to come out and join us, or you can have an adult beverage, which our host, the lovely Miss AJ, has prepared 2 different beverages for you guys to partake in on this evening. So if you want to come out, again, we're on Cullen Boulevard at Vibe Lounge. This lady offered up her spot for us to do this live broadcast. And hey, we're going to have fun with it. Also, assistant is boss lady Penny Thompson is in the building. My main man Clip 2 is in the building as well. So look, we're going to have a hell of a night, man. We're going to have fun with or without you. We'd rather have it with you. So come on down, come on, join us. Let me give you these topics so we can get rolling. Let's go now. Here's the thing. If you want to comment like as normal, you still can do that because we still can see your comments. Hey, Felicia, what's going on? So look, why do plus size women and men get bypassed for the slimmer, mentally more sexier individuals? Why? Why do we bypass the big boys and the big girls? Why do we do that? Can I trust you?
Don't get that cold and thick.
Can I trust you with my heart? Now, that's the one I really want to talk about. Can I trust you with my heart? The next one we got in store is, what do you do when the vibe is awkward? Not just in the bedroom, but just in general conversation. When your vibe is always so awkward, what do you do? How do you continue to push forward and try to build something that you already feel the chemistry ain't there with? Or do you just say, hey, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to move on. I'm going to do something different. That's what they accuse me of doing all the time. Just saying the hell with it and moving on. So if I ain't said it, then are we in an exclusive relationship? The uncomfortable conversation, because people always say, T, you got to have the uncomfortable conversation in order for the relationship to be exclusive. Now that's what's always said. So, but here's where we're going to start tonight. And I asked my 13-year-old son this before I left home, and you'll be surprised. We were just sitting there eating before I left, Cliff, too, I promise. And I asked him just on the whim, I say, son, do you want to be loved or respected? To a 13-year-old, to see what he was going to say. And just immediately, which shows you he's my son, he said, Daddy, I'd rather be respected than to be loved. Because if you respect me, I feel like you're going to love me. And if you love me, you still might not respect me. Does that make sense? I'm like, yeah, it makes a. This is a 13-year-old. Kim, am I like what? I can't see. Am I lying? Wasn't that his response? This was a 13-year-old rattling this off, and I just hit him with it. And he gave us that answer. It was like, do that make sense? So, T, would you rather be loved or respected?
I want them both. At this age, I want them both. Because if you love me, you gotta respect me. Period. Ain't no in between. Ain't no on the fence. If I say I love you, I respect you. Period. You know, I learned a long time ago. If you don't respect something, it's gonna hurt you, one way or another. That's why I stopped riding them little motorcycles, because I ain't had no respect for them. And that's the bottom line.
Well, for me personally, I'd much rather, if we're talking relationships, I'd much rather be respected than to be loved. Because just like my son said, if you respect me as a man, I take that as an automatic offering for love. Because the one thing you don't want to lose in your relationship is the respect. Because the first thing we say as men, when your wife's tongue get a little too slick sometimes, and if you married, it's gonna happen.
Yes, it is.
When it gets too slick, say, man, don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect me. That's the first thing we always rattle off when she get too slick. So for me personally, I would much rather be respected than to be loved. I feel like love is something that changes like the seasons. Sometimes you feel like having it. Sometimes you feel like giving it. Sometimes you don't. But the respect can't never waver. That's just me personally.
Yeah, you can though. It can, because the love might still be there and the respect be out the door. That's when.
Hey, well, I'm not far behind.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
If the respect is out the door, what do we truly have if we don't respect each other? Because the first thing we're going to do publicly is we're going to let the disrespect spill over to the outside world. And when it spills over to the outside world, when other people around you start saying, oh, he's so disrespectful. Oh, I can't believe he talked to her like that. Oh, I can't believe she allowed him to. When it gets to that point and other people are involved, whether you trying to involve them or not, hey, your relationship is at jeopardy at that point.
I understand, because my business ain't everybody's business. Period. You know, if it's outside of the home, then that's where you and it gonna stay, outside the home. My business ain't never been everybody's business.
Well, I'm gonna move on from that.
You don't know if somebody in the audience want to comment on it.
They don't.
They don't.
I can see. Y'all raise your hand. I can see.
I can't see.
I can see.
So,
Just put up your hand. I can see.
so let's talk about, can I trust you? Can I trust you with my heart? Can I trust you with my heart? Because to me, that's something that's near and dear to me as a man being divorced and now in the date game. Because now in the date game, for me, bro, it's hard for me to give my heart to somebody. I ain't gonna lie. It's like remember them old tough skin jeans with the patches in the knee? So man, my heart is like them patches, man. Them patches never got a hole in them. I just feel like it's tough as hell for me to soften up to allow somebody to get next to me because you don't want to go through what you've been through. And I know it ain't fair. In a lot of ways, it ain't fair. A lot of ways, it ain't fair. But how do you trust again when you've been brutally drugged through the streets of H-Town? How do you trust?
So, first of all, there's, whether you know it or not, there's an avenue, a byway, a highway, a sidewalk, a blueprint, or whatever you want to call it, to your heart. I don't care who you are. You have one of those. And it to be honest with you, it really has nothing to do with you, because if you meet that right person that can get through those byways and those avenues and those and go through what she needs to go through to get to your heart, at that point, there's nothing you can do. You can either submit or say, I'm still scared. But at the end of the day, for you to allow that to happen, she's made it to where she needed to be, or he's made it to where he needed to be. If it took 2 years, if it took 2 months, it doesn't matter. If they have done went through the trenches and done what they supposed to do to get to where they needed to be to get there, then you have no choice, or you can move on.
So let me jump back to a couple of these comments that I see people have stated. Let's go to Sheila. Sheila said respect is earned. Now, let's talk about the respect being earned. I disagree that respect is earned because, and I'm not saying respect can't be earned. What I'm saying from my perspective as a male, when I start dating a lady, I'm going to treat you like a lady. So I'm giving you the respect that you earned because you were born a female. Because you come in the door with my respect. Now, you can lose my respect as a lady or as a female when you start doing hood rat nigger type shit. Then I'm going to treat you accordingly. I'm going to treat you like you deserve to be treated. But if you stay in order and stay in line, the respect that some say is earned, and I've heard that so many times, and in a certain perspective, you know, sometimes with men, we do make other men gain our respect as friends and in relationships. But I think when a man is dealing with a woman, he'll come in and give her what she deserves as far as the respect go. So Chris Reedy says, that's funny. I just had that conversation 3 days ago. But if you are healed, if you are not healed, then you are not ready for a relationship.
Yeah.
I agree. Everybody agree. Everybody agreeing with you on that, Chris.
Church.
Nikki G says absolutely. Chris Reedy again says respect is definitely automatic. Okay. We have a comment from Tika O'Neill. There go Tika in the audience. I'm just pointing blindly because I can't see where she is. Sometimes you just have to let go and have faith with that relationship or friendship. True. Men want to be respected. I agree, Felicia. Women want to be loved. Hey, that's the absolute for me. So when women use the word love, I think it's truly coming from y'all heart. As a man, what we want more than love is respect. So for you to say you love me, okay, you know, that's a play on words almost because we hear it so much. But when you say, man, I respect you so much, I promise that nigga that nigga did get harder than $100 worth of jawbreakers. That little blue pill he was taking, he don't even need it. When you say you respect him, that changed the mood in the bedroom. Look, we talked about this months and weeks ago, that the sensuality of your sexual relationship with your partner starts well before the bedroom. It starts with you coming in, maybe washing dishes when she come home from work. You can throw some food in the oven. Hey, you got her bubbly right now because you started her evening off the right way. Things that she may have thought about all the way home, you've taken care of. Or if your baby in there washing dishes, trying to straighten up, and you walk by and pop on the ass, just say, baby, you know I love you so much, for real. For a woman, that word from her dude means so much. It means so much. And for us, it's that same level of respect with the word respect. That's where I'm at with it.
So for me,
Washing dishes. Okay.
She can be vacuuming, Penny. She can be vacuuming if she want to vacuum.
No,
You don't even want to vacuum?
no, I'm not.
so for me, it's, I don't necessarily have to hear the word respect, but I need to see it. When I need to see it, meaning if she's talking to one of her girls and I overhear her say, well, I need to ask my husband. That's respect for me. You know what I'm saying? I need to know that not only hear it, I need to know that it's there. You know, when I speak, you listen. That's respect. You know, she'll try me just to see. She know how far she can go. You know, and she'll stop just before that line. You know, when she get to that, and every now and then she'll make it to that line, and then she'll say, "Oh, I need to check myself," because you done came right up to the rim of where respect is. So she'll back herself up. She'll take some steps back and say, after she think about it, she'll come back and say, "Hey, man, I'm sorry. You know, that shouldn't have happened like that." But my respect, just like my love, should never be questioned.
Yes.
should never be questioned at all. Do I know she love me? Of course. Do I know she respect me? Of course. I will never say when I get mad, well, you don't respect me, because I know that's a lie. But at the same time, she have to show it. She don't just, you know, you got to be about it. You can't talk about it. You got to be about it. You can say all day, I respect you. I'm here all the time. Tell her friends, I respect my husband. But you got to show me.
Randy got the sugar on the back.
What you got to say? Where Randy at? No, I can't see.
Yeah, she back there. Come on.
So I have a question.
Yes.
And first of all, before the respect has to be security.
Okay.
So the reason why we ask you questions is because we don't trust you, because you haven't secured us enough to trust you. That's why we ask questions. Hello.
So
Follow according to security.
So
I know you got me. I'm not going to question you. I'm questioning you because of the past mistakes and the things that you've done to me.
right, but here's the thing. Evidently, the mistakes wasn't that big because you still left. You still waiting on your security.
That's just hoping.
But now, okay, but hold on. So with that being said, how long are you prepared to hold on? And to wait for the security? Because you know some cats that security never come.
And then I'm
But at what point are you gone? Have you put a time in your mind that you say, okay, this dude here ain't giving me no security. I'm scared to go to the store with him. So how long you gonna keep going to the store till you say,
it's not going to be.
tell I understand. Anybody else? Come on, Callie.
That's why respect is earned, because it's by looking at the action that the person is doing. And you look at those experiences and say, okay, that's good, okay, that's bad, okay, but that's good. So that's why you have to earn it.
She talking to you because you said you could earn that. Yeah, come on, Callie.
Me personally, I look beyond the way a person interacts with me and look at how they have an effect on their community. And for a man, how he is with his mother, how he is with his sister, how he is with his nieces, the way that they respect and admire him has a big impact on, because I don't have daddy issues. So I look at my father as a whole man because he was a brother, an uncle, a cousin. So, you know, people could be good at some things. They might be good at all those other things, but maybe they're not good at being a partner. But that's only one piece of a person. So I think respect for me and attraction for me, I get turned on by seeing my man be a leader in his community as a Black man, as a brother. The neighbors respect him. The old lady at the corner respects him. Oh, your husband's so nice. He's so friendly. He's so kind. He earns my respect because when I leave the house, I hear good things about him, like a parent hears about their child. So it's not all about, it's not just limited to he earns my respect because he does this, he slaps me on my head, blah, blah, blah. It's about the whole man. Is he going to heaven or is he going to hell?
Okay.
That is really going to get my respect.
Let me piggyback on that because you said some things that I want to go back to Randy on. Yeah, I want to go. She just said something that I wanted to go back to you on. So what if you see the potential in that man when y'all first get together, and he's giving it to you, and then that potential falls off? So and I know
He giving what to you?
so and
I'm
I
just
know.
saying, let's be clear, right?
No, well, but he's giving her the potential. So, and I know your character. I know that at some point when you see him fall off, you're gonna try to raise that man up back to his potential. Now, when he gets to it, when you can't get him to his potential, then what? You gonna keep trying to get him to his potential, or you gonna let him go?
It depends on the circumstance that I'm in, because once you start diminishing my peace and my joy and my everyday,
Okay.
my faith, my thoughts, my beliefs, then I do have to let you go. I can't allow you to separate me and my relationship from God, because if I'm stuck trying to help you
then I'm disconnected somewhere.
Right.
You know
So
what?
I can't allow you to disconnect me from my faith, my beliefs, my morals, my character, any of that.
So hold on, Randy, let me ask you this question. Are we talking marriage or are we talking dating? Because if we're talking dating,
We're trying to get there.
you shouldn't allow no one, or there shouldn't even be the opportunity, because God truly only recognizes marriage. So if we're talking marriage, then okay. But if we're talking just dating, God ain't gonna recognize, because we probably sleeping together doing wrong, we sinning. Then on the flip side, we want to acknowledge God. The two don't go together.
But hold on.
You always say that's the beginning conversation. What are we doing here? What's the goal? What's
But
the goal? Are we dating to get married? What's your future looking like?
let me.
Because I'm not meeting someone and spending time with someone just for a space fill. I am getting to know you so that I can know, is this my future husband? I've already prayed over this time.
But
Okay, let me ask you this.
Hold on,
I got one quick question.
Hold on,
I want to know, if I'm your future husband, are you having sex with me? Are you giving me the good? What are you basing our future on? What if I knock that ass out the box every night? I'm just saying.
Thank you.
But what if I don't?
Hold on.
But what if I don't? I'm just saying, what if I don't and I'm paying the hell out them bills and being a good.
But hold on. But hold on. This coming from the same guy that just said God wasn't liking none of that.
That's my point.
Hold on.
That's my point.
What I was gonna say was, I understand what you just said.
Get out the box and we're gonna hold hands and hands on after you.
Right, but you're gonna do it again. You're gonna do it again. My thing is, we've all fell short of the glory. Period. We've all fell short of the glory. So, you can do it tonight, ask for forgiveness, and come back and do it tomorrow. You still gonna be forgiven. You exactly.
No,
And
that's not how that works.
you know your loins as well.
Y'all better quit listening to them damn black preachers telling you that you can sin on Monday morning and ask God for forgiveness and it's all gone. If you know better, you should get punished, or those who do know better, that call themselves believers, and we ain't gonna turn this into a church service, but those who sin and ask for forgiveness, if you are a disciple, if you understand the word of God, you got to know that it don't work like that. First off, you have to control the beast within. The one thing I can do better than I can do anything else, excuse my language, I can control my dick better than any other woman can control it. Because I'm not going to give it to you at 54 until I feel like you are my wife. Until we have got engaged and we ready to walk down that aisle, then we can even maybe at that point talk about sex. Because for 54 years, I was married 22 of them. Before then, had my pick of the litter. Everywhere I went and played major college football, a high school football star, basketball star, and now I'm 54 and divorced and sleeping on a fucking pillow by myself every night. So what did giving my dick to all them women get me? Nothing. So at 54, if you continue to act ignorant and do ignorant things, you will be blessed with nothing in the end.
A man finds the wife finds the good guy.
So now I'm at a point, I don't care how many nights I lay next to a woman. If we ain't made some type of long-term commitment to each other to go before God, you get to no dick. I'm just being honest.
So you going before God next week?
No, because ain't nobody getting it next week.
I was just checking.
Ain't nobody. I'm being honest about me. Because it even came up, and we can transition to the next topic, when Jessica asked the question about plus size women. Why do men not gravitate to plus size women like they do others? Maybe slim. I don't know the exact details of the question.
Let me answer that. So let me answer that. In our younger years, because I've always liked women.
He plus size with it.
I always liked women. It didn't matter the size, because
It matters.
a little bit.
Yeah.
But
My 600-pound life.
But let me tell you something. It's what it is, and what it was is still what it is now. It's a phase. Men go through phases. I remember times where this one here, if they wasn't light, bright, or damn near white, he didn't want them. His wife was darker than these chairs.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's phases that men go through. You know, my wife tell me all the time, "You always looking at a bitch's ass." That's what men do. I don't care, married, single, preacher, doesn't matter. That's what men do. It's in our nature.
Give me a scenario, Jess.
So, a guy who went to high school with us.
Hey, hold on 1 second, Jessica. Y'all let me know if you guys online can hear Jessica's comments. Go ahead, Jessica.
Okay, so a guy that we all went to high school with at Sterling approached me at a 50th birthday party. Someone was at Kimberly Lewis' 50th birthday party, and he pulled me to the side.
She dropping names. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that.
But fuck it, tell us who the dude was. Tell us who the dude was.
He's like, Jay, man, I used to watch you in high school. You go out there on that field, you throw that flag.
No, he watched the way you kicked your legs up. But go ahead. Yeah, tell the whole story.
Big girl, and I ain't gonna lie, back then, skinny dudes like us and my crew didn't cut for big girls.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at him and I said, "Oh, back then you didn't know, but now you're all over." Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, why did you feel that way? He was like, it was like embarrassing because of what his friends would say, him being with a big girl. So I say that to say now it's kind of flipped. Now that we're in our elder age.
I'm
I'm
not elder.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Men like that cushion. They like that fluffiness. You know, they feel a little secure and the juiciness that come with it.
Jessica, let me say this. Hold on. Let me stop you right there. Let me say this, Jessica. No disrespect. I'll wear your big ass out. I ain't gonna even lie. Let me tell you something. No, seriously, as grown ass men, if you're worried about the size of a woman, then you still really do have a lot of growing to do. Honestly, some do.
But they go with women too. Women the same way.
Women are the same way. I had that conversation with somebody earlier today, and I said, it should only matter how you treat me or how I treat you as a person versus what my physical appearance is. So you gonna go get with the dude who go to the gym every day that looks like he should still be in the NFL, that may be beating your ass, versus coming home to love and comfort and respect from a dude who may not fit your eye candy.
Let me tell you something.
Tell us the truth. If you're gonna tell us something, tell us the truth.
I can tell you the truth.
Okay, we listening now. Then.
I had women. I almost let women fuck my body up. Cause I had a little stomach. Women always talking about, "Oh, that's sexy." I'm talking about that's a play. They be talking about that's a playground. Well, bitch, I'm finna eat a cheeseburger and put a swing on this motherfucker for you. Yeah. When I looked up, my stomach was sticking out here. Wait a minute, I ain't doing that no more. But again, everything that we've been through, clothes, shoes, it's always been a phase. Guys have phases right now. Period. You know, some of these cats in art, they look at porn. That's a phase. Some of these guys want a Mexican girl, they want a white girl. That's a phase. When they pass that phase, got the t-shirt, got the chips, it's something else. So it wasn't nothing toward big girls, black girls. Because again, when I was growing up, if you was two shades dark, you was out.
Did somebody say they had a question? Because I had one too. So because I'm curious, like what kind of phase are you going through if you watching porn every night?
It's a whole bunch of phases these guys go through.
But what if you want to be in shape? That's all.
No, I'm not. Listen, it's somebody for everybody. All I'm saying is the physical appearance shouldn't be the end all be all. My thing, it should be about the heart. Like you should feel warm and fuzzy when you around that somebody. You say, what about it? I mean, again, to each his own. Some men like that, some men don't. Some men, I've had brothers that tell me, I got a cousin. And I ain't gonna call his name, but I got a cousin.
You want everybody else to call everybody's name?
If you ain't
Call their name, shit.
if you ain't 250 plus,
Wow.
my cousin really don't want to have shit to do with. You know what he used to say when we was walking down the street? When we walking down the street, he go, if two chicks coming, what'd he say?
If it ain't a good old big old good,
He don't want to have nothing to do. He used to always say, I got the big girl. Like, nigga, I'm not finna fight you over that. Shit. But
let me say,
everybody had a preference.
but let me say this here.
No.
Let me say this here about big women. What I like about big women is big women has come full circle. Because for a long time, big women got a bad rap.
That's right.
Straight up. Y'all, she smelled like corn chips. The whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? But women, big women, for years, big women has got a bad rap. Big women have brought themselves up. Big women realize that. But now hold up. But listen to me. I understand that, but not in society's eyes. Well, I'm gonna just keep it 100. Big women, big black women has not always been in society's eyes. They haven't. But now they got it. They're carrying themselves like the women they are. They know their worth. Period. They smelling good. They looking good. They driving nice cars. They got the jobs. This is what it is. It hasn't always been like that. Y'all know we're gonna keep it 100. Just like that big old black dude with that one tooth missing and that bubble on his ear that y'all didn't want to fool with. That same one. Y'all passed up. Now he a millionaire and you wish you had him. He got his teeth fixed, got that kilo off his ear, and now y'all highly body fine. That bubble. You know what that bubble.
So let's move forward. Let's talk about relationships, because now the big phrase out there when it comes to relationships is exclusive. Everybody talks about being an exclusive relationship, but until you have the conversation to say we're exclusive with each other, they said the exclusive relationship doesn't matter. See, I would personally like to go back to when I could like you and show my love to you and respect you a certain kind of way as a woman, and you knew what we had going forward. You knew you were my girl. Why do we now all of a sudden have to put some form of a title on everything? The relationship. Come on, Penny, come sit down with me. Come on, sit down with me, Penny, while Terry gone. Come on, Penny! Penny, come on!
Being messy.
Come on, sit down with me.
This is an attempt to be messy.
No, it's not. I just want a female perspective. So you're telling me, even in the dating process with you and Cliff too, if you can remember back that far, did a conversation had to be had for understanding to be had about you guys and where y'all were in the relationship?
Oh no, he's a barbarian about it. He's like, throw me over your shoulder and you my woman kind of shit.
Yeah.
Lori Dodson, I'm sure. So it was like, yeah, you my woman.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how it was. And so I'm here 20 years later.
Yeah.
But can I go back to something?
Yeah, go back.
I need to
go back. Please do.
I want to talk about respect.
Okay.
And a lot of different conversations about respect, and I just want to dispel one thing. I believe that people. Well, I don't think the mic is loud enough.
It's on.
So, I want to dispel the fact that if you didn't have a father, you don't know what respect is. Because that's not so. And I think that a lot of men look at women who didn't have a father growing up and automatically assume they are lacking something. And I think that a lot of women who've had any type of male around them have more to gain by watching how life takes place. So I just wanted to say that. And I want to also say about respect is conversation. If people learn to talk more about what respect looks like for them, then it'll be easier to give respect. I'm messy, so I'm trying to figure out what is going on. Somebody gonna see and come back and tell us what's happening. It's a fight. Y'all know what we used to do. But communication. The lady in red and white right here was talking about what respect looks like to her from her as far as her husband. A lot of people wouldn't even think about respect in that manner because you
Take your time. Come on, take your time.
respect does not equal, well, how do I want to say this? Because it's about submissiveness, because it always goes back to being submissive. And it goes back to, y'all say respect isn't earned, but it damn sure is, because it is earned, because respect does come and go. I may not have an ounce of respect for any situation at a moment because of whatever the reason may be, until I understand what it's about and I understand what it is you want. And I need people have to understand that because I don't see the respect as I want it to be, doesn't mean that someone doesn't respect me. It just means that I want something and that person isn't giving it to me like I want it. So you have to unpack, as Dr. Phil would say, unpack what that looks like and have these deep conversations. A lot of us grew up in families where we were not able to talk through things. So we don't know how to talk through things. We don't know how to discuss things. And as for myself, because I'm a very vocal woman, and you guys were talking about the tongue being slick or what have you, but my mouth has got me a lot of places. And if it's beneficial for you, then understand when it's a little bit slick, understand that this same sharp tongue is beneficial in some places. So let's unpack why I am this way, and so that we don't have to have these issues again. So yes, absolutely.
Please butt in, sir.
Say something. Women always thinking this whole thing about I need to unpack. Unpack that shit before you get here. No,
Let this man have his say.
Let
him have his say.
Because there's always two sides to everything. And because you don't agree with someone's vision of you, doesn't make it wrong. It makes it their opinion. You know, and I think part of the breakdown is that we take our opinion and try to make it fact. It's almost like a lie is a truth unless you prove it different. It's bullshit. You got to open up as much as you want somebody else to open up. And this shit is all just a mystery any goddamn way. If you find somebody who can figure that shit out for 50 years, 60 years, I'm talking about marriage. Follow what the fuck they doing. See what they talking about. And in every situation, there's gonna be some downfall shit after 50 years. Come on. Because I think after 20 years, a nigga ought to get a furlough.
20? Yeah.
I'm just saying. You never take it out. Everybody gets tired after 20 goddamn years.
I think you're trying to leave
What?
I see you trying to leave the insurance, and he'd be like, don't go nowhere.
No.
Oh my God.
Everybody, the whole thing, in my opinion, everybody needs to get back to talking to each other and not at each other.
Yes.
Because as soon as in some cases, anyway, as soon as a man opens up his mouth, a woman spills out with a bunch of shit. That's what we call slick tongue. Can you? What?
Why I gotta be a bunch of shit?
Because that's just the word. See, again, that's just the word that I use. That's the word that I use.
Womp, 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 womp.
No, it's not. The vision is open. Everybody just can't see it.
That's true. But let's be honest about something. Let's be honest about something to the contrary on both sides. A lot of time in the midst of a relationship, if she's got a beef or you have a beef and you come at one another with what the issue is, somebody needs to be listening to make correction versus listening to come back with, well, I might do that, but you such and such. I hate that shit. Kim do that shit all the time. No, she do. She do.
Come on, Kim.
Kim do that all the time.
Switch.
Whenever I say something, I'll be like,
You not by yourself.
I'll be like,
You not by yourself. You not by yourself.
you brushed your hair and left all the hair in the sink.
I hate hair. I hate hair in the house, man. How they had to be you with your brain.
Well, I got it. I got it out early.
I'm sorry. I hate hair. I'm
No, sorry.
I'm gonna tell you a story about some more. I'm gonna go to wait. I'm sorry, baby.
Hey, look. I think it's my fault too, because let me say this about my refrigerator too. I like every single bottle, whether it be water, Gatorade, mayonnaise, mustard, everything needs to face forward with a title.
Got your Walmart worker.
It's probably different.
Yes.
Like, give got your Walmart worker.
So hold on. So Kim ass will come with some leftovers from Papa Do's and put her bag on the top shelf in my girl. If you don't get that shit off the top shelf in my refrigerator,
Got your Walmart worker.
It's probably different.
hey, first off, I'm the only motherfucker pay bills at 5827.
So teach
So shit gonna be done my way.
so teach her how to face.
I ain't teaching.
Teach her how to face that shit.
I'm just saying for me, Peter.
Why she putting it in?
Really?
Slap on the ass. So she can tell you she respects you.
Okay, let's not talk about that no more. Cause I got about 5 more things. Go ahead.
Okay, a lot of times in relationships, when there is a communication, immediately when the person speaks, we are ready to respond. We are ready, we are the defense. So we have to start listening.
Who's that?
Shamara.
Come on, keep going.
Go ahead.
So a lot of times they're listening to respond. And so instead of listening to respond, we should listen to understand. And we do that a lot in relationships. With your kids, with your husband and wife, with your girlfriend and boyfriend. So that was one of my things I was trying to put myself in that situation, to stop listening to respond, because I'd be ready. I was like, yeah.
Like you're in a double dutch. Like you ready to jump in on the double dutch. That's how you be ready. Yeah, it's my turn. Yeah.
But you gotta listen. You gotta listen for understanding, not listen to respond.
So let me say this. You're absolutely right. And I'm gonna tell you, like I tell my wife all the time, everybody don't think like you. Because women be ready. Women will ask a man some shit just to see what he's gonna say. And she ready for his ass if he said the wrong shit. So I know that. Let me give you an example. I used to come to my wife and tell my wife, hey, can we have a conversation without us arguing? She'll say, yeah. I said, well, I'm finna talk about you. She said, okay, that's fine. After the first question, we argued. After the first one, we argued. Because she can't wrap her mind around me telling her about her, because she know her. But I'm on the outside looking in, and I'm trying to explain to her what I dislike that she do. So if I can come to you on a quiet level and say, hey, can we talk about this? This is what you're doing. I really don't like it. And I'm just like I'm peaceful. I'm peaceful just like I am now. Hey, I really don't like this. Can we change this? Because what y'all don't even realize, men hate confrontation. We don't want confrontation. We really don't. Men don't want confrontation with y'all, man. Let me tell you something. It's real talk. It's a wonder I still have a tongue, because I bit my tongue so much because I don't want confrontation.
And
I let me hold up. Let me say this here.
nigga, you can say something.
Hold up, but listen. This is what's real. This is 100 right here. I lie because I don't want confrontation. Real talk. I lie because I don't want confrontation.
That's what I was going to say.
That's real talk.
We'll lie before we
I don't want to argue with you, so I'm a lie.
How your lie be? Oh, it's cool, baby. I'm cool.
No. Hey, let me tell you something. Watch this here. So everybody in here know, look, most of y'all know that I hang TVs. For years, when I say literally years, when I be in front of my wife saying, hey, guess what I would have to say? Hey, I'm gonna go hang this man TV. Every time I'm gonna go hang this man TV. It's a woman house I'm going to, but I can't tell my wife that. This is my business. She ain't trying to hear that. But if I say she can come, she can go with me anytime I want. She won't. But my point is, if I say a woman, where you find that bitch at? That's what I'm gonna hear. How she get your number? That's that nonsense. This is about our business.
So, which brings me to my last topic of the evening. What do you do when the vibe is always strangely awkward?
You still get that coochie.
Ain't no doubt.
You still get the coochie.
Mad or not.
Fuck that shit. You still get some. You don't pass that up. I don't know what else to do.
Say, and for you men out there, let me tell you something. Anytime your woman tell you you can go sleep on the couch, don't argue. Now listen, don't argue. You get your pillow and your blanket and you take your ass and you head to the couch. When you get to that door, you look back at her and you tell her, just remember, you ain't getting none either. That'll kill all that noise. Yeah, that'll kill all that noise.
I'm gonna tell her I'm going to the store.
Unless she got something you got.
What's at the store?
Hey, you might not be hurting her feelings. You might have got some. Hey, cause that rose is a motherfucker. That rose done replaced our way. So you talking about you ain't getting none? She be like, oh, that's fine. That's fine too tonight. But no, so let's talk about awkward vibes in relationships. Awkward vibes. Now you know this person adores you, loves you to the utmost. They really want to be there. They really want to be with you. But for some reason, you don't feel them like they feel you.
Why you just gonna say Kevin Walker? You've been just you.
Time to go home.
Let's go. I'm a start.
So no, seriously, in those situations where your energy don't match his energy, because I'm sure every woman in here had a dude that you knew was a good dude, but you just didn't like him like that.
That's that dude with that missing.
Like seriously.
That's that dude with that missing tooth and that tit on his ear. That's who they was. Yeah.
But you know this a good dude, Jessica.
I know, he's good. He's right. He had good quality and he had bad quality. But because
that's not what you're looking for.
Well, let's say you don't know the bad qualities because you truly hadn't given him a chance.
That's not what you're looking for.
I'll give you an example.
It's on. Just talking to
I
him.
was married for 17 years. My 2 children are from my husband. It's a good man.
He's still your husband. Go ahead.
No, he's not.
Okay,
He's been
go
divorced 6 years.
Okay.
So he had great quality and he had great potential, but he lacked company.
That's where you come in.
No, I have a hell of amount of company. I am self-secure in my own way. I can only do so much.
But hold on.
The thing is we came from 2 different clubs, and I didn't do my homework enough to see if he was compatible to me. I was always a bridesmaid, never a bride. So when it finally happened, I'm sorry?
17 years and 2 kids later, that long to see.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It took that long. because.
No, go ahead with your point. Just go ahead with your
Okay,
point.
but I say that to say, and he was a golf coach, so he had potential, but he didn't know how to hustle
Can I get
to
his
go
number?
and make his money. You know, you have all of these customers where you can go and do side hustles to do this side, hustle, to do that. You a head golf coach of Prairie A&M. You can't even speak for yourself when you're entitled to a raise. You have to have another man. So because of that, it caused division in our relationship.
I'm like him. It took 17 years for that?
Yeah, but he was an older man too.
But let me say this. I disagree that it was your job to build confidence in a man. I totally disagree with that. Because as a man, I don't take another individual to complete me as a person. I'm complete before I even come to you. Now, am I broken in some ways? Yeah, we're broken based on our lives' experiences. And that's what makes us different. That's where the Bible talks about where I'm weak, you become strong. You become a helpmate, not a Bob the Builder, but a helpmate. Help me get back to where I need to be. Now, in the same focus of a relationship, if we're talking relationships, we're talking marriages, I don't think even in a marriage that you owe or that you are in debt to your partner. Confidence comes from within. You can't give a dog something a dog don't have. If my dog is not a killer, you can go get you a puppy right now. Go get you a pit bull puppy, and if he scratch and scrap, he'll fight, he'll bite. You can go get the same pit bull puppy from the same litter and might not bust a grape. So some things are just not in some people, and you can't make them be what you want them to be. Now, what I pat you on the back for is for 17 years, you hung in there with this brother in spite of what you saw for yourself was a shortcoming.
Right on.
You hung in there with him, but that's what we don't do no more. That's what young women don't do no more, is hang in there in spite of. Because I know, well, I ain't gonna say my mama, because my mama was, I guess, she was a nigga halfway. Because
My mama was a whole nigga.
if you know my mama, the one thing you know, my mama tell you in a minute as a female, girl, fuck him. You go make your money, go build your life. Don't be running in behind no nigga. That was my mama. But I got plenty of aunts and cousins and everybody else.
There's some of them in here.
Who have hung in out. The ones in here ain't never ran behind no nigga.
Shit.
From who in here that ran behind a nigga?
Raise your hand. What the hell y'all doing?
Ain't nobody here in my family that ran
That
behind
whole
me.
front row can raise their hand right there.
Hold up now. Y'all gotta give my goddamn back. Y'all can't get quiet.
Yeah, they got quiet now, didn't they? Yeah.
But no, so honestly, for me, I pat you on the back as a woman for being able to hang in there because you took them vows before God. And it said for better or for worse, and you withstood for as long as you could in that situation.
Now,
All that other shit don't matter.
let me say this. I'm gonna take half of that of what he said. So again, like I said earlier, everybody ain't like him. Everybody ain't like you. People have men, again, from when we was talking earlier with Randy. You see something in that man. So here's the thing. You may have to give him a little boost. Hey man, I believe in you, man. I trust in you. I know that you can do this. Here's the thing. Even if that man fails once or twice, you gotta keep giving him. Let me tell you something. If you have a man, and I'm gonna speak about me. Because I know about me. Before I met my wife, I was engaged to somebody. Okay, she passed. But before all of that happened, this woman, I was in the street. I was in the street.
Oh, you was for the street?
No, I was in the street. I wasn't for the street. I was in the street.
Same thing.
Yeah. I was in the
Same thing, same thing.
So, but let me tell you about this woman. This woman saw the potential in me. Every day I came home, she had stuff circled in the newspaper.
Let me ask you, are you talking about T?
No, this was folk.
But nigga, we don't want to hear about nobody else if you ain't talking about my sister.
I ain't gotta talk about your sister, but she has done her part.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But give her her flowers there too.
My point is, this person saw something in me as well as my wife has, and they have tried to better me. But here's the thing: I bettered me because I had to better me. She can do all she can. Let me tell you something. When I got married, people would tell her all the time, "Girl, you done her. She ain't done shit because she can't do nothing I don't want to do. I did what I needed to do for me. She was just there along for the ride, you know." And the little times that she boosted me up, yeah, I said that she was along for the ride. Yeah, the little boost that she gave me
See,
was
you
cool.
just talk about disrespect. Or
There ain't no disrespect. That's real. I'm being real. That's real. Ain't disrespect. That's just,
we got a hot comment in the back.
hey, come on, let's go.
You saying that you don't need a woman to help you, and you need a woman to help
Not me.
you. A woman is going to another woman because that's me and ain't being me. Many people got to do. Our bed is tighter than the women bed. Play video games.
Who is that back there saying?
Now it's dirty right here. I'm going to all this skill.
Huh?
Yeah, but it's just us men not being mean, and you can't blame no woman for us not being mean around here. A woman can't make us be a man. She can help us out, tell us just like a man can tell a woman, say, "Hey, I need this or that and third from you." But if I'm not getting that right there, I'm gonna go somewhere else. It's the same thing with a woman. You can't get married up believing you because she told you time and time again, say, "Hey, this is what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for." But as men, we gotta let them go at that point right there. Instead of just holding on and you want to abuse her because she don't want to let you go. They just let her go on and do her thing and find out what she
Boy, you must have knew this audience was full of women. I'm gonna buy him a drink. I'm gonna buy him a drink. Give him two. Somebody give him a drink. I'm gonna buy him a drink. He must have saw all these women in the audience.
I'm gonna say this to that.
Yes, sir.
After being married 20 years,
Yes, sir.
ain't no fucking way in the world I get back out of these dating games.
Me neither. Me neither.
I'd rather stay married than get back out there with and all this bullshit. Bitches say, baby. These bitches are bad, they don't take care of themselves, they about their talk shit, they can't cook, and I know who cook, yeah, cook, goddammit. Cook and do the things, some of the domestic things that man like. Because this things that y'all like, for instance, if a man start taking y'all out to pop overs, all these nice places and shit, early in a relationship, you like that shit, right? Absolutely. Ladies? Okay. If you start doing this, let me tell you something. In the same breath, y'all wanted to keep doing the things that you were doing when you started, right? Right. If y'all was giving us sex in the car at the park, we want the same motherfucking thing too. Everybody quiet now. I'm not saying shit. You put it's the same shit. You put
I just heard that I love papados in the background, and I love head when I wake up in the morning.
Let me tell you this. Hold up, Cliff. You said Cliff too. You said
I got you.
You said after 20 years. You said after 20 years, ain't nowhere in the world you gonna get back out there.
I feel the same way. Let me tell you why. It took me 20 years to find out how crazy this motherfucker was.
Well, the thing about it is, my thoughts on that is, if you got a crazy motherfucker at home and you go out and try to get another motherfucker, she gonna be double crazy.
Yes, sir.
If you got a crazy one at home and you out and get another crazy one, then your ass is a crazy. We can sum that up real easy and quick. Hey, look, we got about 5 minutes left before we shut down for the night. Let me do some house cleaning real quick before we're done with the evening. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to Cliff 2 and Penny for the whole setup this evening, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all very, very much. Thank you to Anissa, the owner here at Five Lounge, for making tonight possible. And
she open every weekend.
Definitely last but not least, man, every single warm body that's sitting in these seats, like from the bottom of my heart, like some of y'all have, like Felicia's on the line, but some of y'all have supported me from the very first show I ever did and still rocking with me right now to this day. And I thank y'all for that. Seriously.
Great job.
I remember the very first show I did. I know Lori Black ass here somewhere. You know it. Lori gonna say, I can only see half your face. You need to get a light so that we can see your whole. Lori, you remember that? Yes. That was probably 2 years ago when I first started doing it. I was like, it would be her black ass to say something. But that was my very first show, and I was trying it out because the little chick that was a police officer that was doing the shows with me in the beginning.
That part.
Janae. It was Janae. Janae more so pushed me to go ahead and do this. And she was like, I'll set everything up for you. I'll show you what needs to be done. She hooked me up with this StreamYard app. She got me to deal with StreamYard and YouTube. So people were asking, well, why is it that when I get on here and I cuss, they tell me that there are certain guidelines, and when you do, I said, because they've accepted my content on their sites. But to everybody here tonight, my man Ron Love in the building. Ron have been a strong supporter every week, every Wednesday night. All my family, Rita, Sheila, I don't want to get to calling names, Nicole, because I can't see because of the light. Is that Jennifer over there?
Yep.
Jennifer in the building. I mean, thank y'all. Londa Faye. I'm sure Nikki Black ass in here.
Yes,
You damn sure know I can't see her.
She's smiling. You can see her.
Nikki, where you at? For real, where Nikki
She's
at?
smiling. She's smiling. You can see her now.
Jessica, Callie, Kim, thank you.
Hold on. Let's say this here. To them Gemini, it ain't but one in here. That's you. Well, her birthday was yesterday, so.
Hold on. Let me say this. Now I saw some blonde hair against the wall. Is that Shamira?
Yep. I know.
Yeah. So I met Shamira in person for the first time at my birthday party. And
the club up.
And like she been just really down with supporting the podcast. She comment on a lot of stuff. Like that's what this is all about. Like meeting people.
Yeah.
Being able to come together as Black people to show our kids, because somebody got to show our kids that when you do a certain thing a certain kind of way, which is the right way, that we can network and we can make each other better. So it's all about for each one to reach one, and let's do this thing and make it better. So tonight was our first one. This is just a test run. What I want to get to maybe 6 months from now, I don't know how long it'll be before we try this again or do this again. But at the end of the day, I want the room to have no seating, because we've went out and told people when we left here what a good time we had together. Because it ain't about me. It's not about me. I promise it's not. It's about each one of you, and you never know why God brought us together in this moment, in this room. I think anytime that we come together, we have to be able to conversate, have good conversation, and let the next person know what we're going through and what changes life is taking you through. And I said that because I saw my brother Chauncey come in the door.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna share something with y'all that I want everybody to take home. We ain't gonna do it here, but I want everybody to take home with them. Like I tell people all the time about Chauncey because it's normally women asking me about Chauncey. So I'll say, no, seriously, like I'll say as a man, I don't have a daughter. My daughter, everybody knows the story with Jay. But as a man, I would allow Chauncey to date my daughter, my sister, because he's just that great of a dude. He really is a great dude. And for this brother to be battling, possibly having to battle, let me say that, because we're not going to put that on nobody's back about with cancer. I just want everybody to leave here tonight and just mention Chauncey by name in your personal prayers when you go home, for real, for real. Because just like it's him today, we've lived long enough to know it could be us tomorrow. It could be us on the way home. Let me not even say tomorrow. It could be us on the way home. So at the end of the day, man, thank both of y'all. Thank AJ. Thank everybody that's here. To this goofy motherfucker right here that's been my brother for over 40 years. You know, I can see what they said in this.
I got two things right quick. Number
I can't
one,
hear you.
you know, you can talk here. We just start talking about Chauncey. Y'all know, I every time I'm on here, I'm preaching, go to the doctor. I tell all men to go to the doctor, but shit, some of you women need to go to the doctor too. Real talk. That's number one. Number two, we gathered in this place. Look at us. Ain't no white folks in here. We all black. You know what I'm saying? Not that white folks ain't welcome, but I said that to say this. We gather here in this spot. Y'all mingle. Y'all talk to each other because we're not just here to have a podcast. This man, we black entrepreneurs. Let's market. Let's talk. What you do? What you do for a living? What you do for a living? We all can help each other at some point, some way. If we can't help you, guess what? Kevin is the number. He should be if you Google right now black business who support he's the poster child for them. He gonna support your black business. I don't care who you are, what you do. You can sell doodle diapers. He gonna support you. He gonna buy 2 of them motherfuckers. I promise. That's what he do. He support black business.
Hey, John Parker, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, John, I'm gonna be real messy before we close this show. So our junior year in high school, you remember we had a class together, bro? I was a junior. I think you was a 4th year senior. You remember that? Huh? Okay, do you remember that Anissa was in that class with us?
I was not in the class with John.
Can I have this conversation, ma'am?
Wow. Yeah, I don't remember that.
He should have hung up by now.
Huh? Say it again.
I said, I don't remember Alyssa being in the class with me.
It wasn't no effect.
It wasn't elective. It wasn't elective. No, it was an elective we had.
Was it Jim?
It was up there. You kissed Anissa in the classroom, yeah. She trying to act like that didn't happen, JP.
40 years ago, shit.
You know, 10 years ago, how were you?
10. Oh, y'all was kissing 10.
JP, I was married 10 years ago.
So she's saying she was married 10 years ago. So you was kissing her when she was married then.
Kissed on the cheek. Kissed on the cheek.
Hey, it's okay. She acting like I told her. I said John Parker was in that class. You was in the class. It was some elective we had together. I don't remember what it was specifically, but I say, well, who was in the class with us that had a birthmark on their lips? To my motherfucker, you know that was me. Exactly. Exactly. And you kissed John Parker in the classroom. She kept saying that wasn't me, but I did like him.
You know she looking through you right now.
Say it again, John.
She is looking through you.
It wasn't but 2 motherfuckers that's there that had birthmarks, one on the lip and one on the eyebrow.
Oh, he's saying he don't remember the classroom kiss.
Oh.
All right, bro. We'll just call the fuck with you on that, man.
What's going on, Kim?
Oh, man, I can't complain, brother. I got to get you on, man, so you can kick some knowledge to us, man.
So listen, y'all. So
All right, bro.
so listen. Before we end the show, so it's been a minute. I hadn't been on here since before the birthday party. I've been doing a lot of things. Yeah. So I'm about to have surgery on Friday. So just like y'all put chunks in y'all prayer,
Getting extended.
put Terry in y'all prayer. Well, actually, they
He
gonna,
trying to go from 3 to 6.
actually they gonna cut 2 inches off the motherfucker, and they gonna give it to a little dick nigga. So I'm helping the cause. I am. More power to them.
Hey, again, though, man, thank y'all for being here. Hey, look, everybody, on behalf of what he said with Kevin Walker, thank you for coming on tonight. Thank you for always supporting. Thank you for watching. This is just the beginning of the podcast. Thank y'all once again. Thank y'all very much. I love y'all. Peace.
Yeah.